Hey Pisces, EverlongMystic here. So today we're going to get you an archetype message. We are going to look at 3 archetypes that you are dealing with right now. These can be your archetypes or archetypes of others, because it is a general reading. All right, Pisces, archetypes. Ooh, look at that. So you have Pioneer. I haven't seen this one yet. The light attribute of Pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So the shadow attribute would be compulsive need to keep moving on. I'm gonna grab the bottom one to see what archetype is furthest away from you. Alright, so let's pull a couple tarot cards on the Pioneer archetype. It's weird, it's like there's this, in the shadow there's like this lack of staying power. Like it's almost like a lack of commitment, perhaps even flakiness to it. And the light attribute, just like, it seems like it feels very amazing, but I could see how you might become addicted to that amazing feeling of like creating amazing things and doing what people haven't done before. And I don't know, this is a different one. All right, so we have Brother Earth here. I almost feel like that's advice to just kind of keep things a little bit more practical here, Pisces. Because like the this Brother Earth has staying power, right? There is this commitment energy here. There's some follow through. I wonder if there's something about communicating the follow through. So we have the Seven of Fire here too, and it's the card of courage. And it's weird because I don't think for you, Pisces, it's so much about courage to do the things and start the creative project, or I think the courage is in the follow through. It's like it's not the idea, it's the application of that idea. So let's look at the second archetype here. Oh, Pisces, come on. I'm just kidding. Vampire. All right, Sagittarius had this too, I think. All right, so vampire. The light attribute of a vampire, or the vampire archetype, says it makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. I feel like you already kind of can detect that, Pisces. I think that's a no-brainer for you. And then we have shadow, which is depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. I feel like when I feel like this vampire energy, when it's in the light, is actually very, very helpful for you, very beneficial. But man, boy, does it get dark if you go to the dark side of this, like really dark. I kind of want to say that the more shadowy it gets, the harder it is to like I don't know, the harder it is to get out or just don't really see you very much as a psychic vampire when it comes to depleting others and stuff, but I think this is more about your detection system here, Pisces. Either it's on point or that's something you can improve on. Yeah, take control of the situation here. You gotta take control. Take control. Got the Emperor. Ooh, what is this? The Nine of Wind. Wow. So we have this, it's called The Screen, which is very interesting. It's kind of like that movie that plays over and over in your head. That thing you won't put it down. It's like it's got like perpetual screen time in your head, over and over and over. It's like there's something that you just need to take control over that. How? I don't know. We're not reading on how. Although, like, I feel like I might need to pull you an extra card. You know what? You might need some advice for that. Let's just do it now. We're gonna get you a Lafrima card. Because I really don't like just pulling cards and saying, oh, hey, this could be a potential problem, and then deal with it yourself. I mean, there needs to be some advice, right? So, if this is a problem for Pisces, what is the advice here? And I feel like it's related more to the chronic complaining or codependency stories. What's the advice here? Besides take control, or how do they take control? So we have Hod here, hooded, unseeing. It's time to unmask. It's the unseeing, hooded warrior of inner battles. Look within before looking out. Only listen to thy voice and not the dialogue of others. The hooded falcon with claws and jaws tears flesh. We must wait to unmask, uncloak, and be ready to sear with precision the target in our sights, lest we lash out and harm those we openly love. Plan, seek, swoop. That's how you take control. Dang. All right. We got it. There we go. Third archetype for Pisces. Poet. Hey, this has shown up a couple times. Pisces, you're a poet and you know it. Okay, so the light attribute expresses soul insights in symbolic language. I absolutely see this for you. I can see how you could be extremely good at this, like just like symbols, metaphors, because you have such an awesome expanded mind when it comes to just seeing the way you see things. So the shadow attribute, though, is, it says turning a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. I feel like the only way you really would dip down into that, I mean, that seems like, that's like, seems like petty, not petty, but what's the word? Petty, I guess, could be, I don't know, petty's the word that's coming to mind. It seems below you, Pisces, to do that. Now, I could see how if you did dip your toe into this shadow attribute of the vampire archetype, and maybe you got sucked down there a little bit and got real familiar with maybe complaining and stuff, and maybe draining people or for your own benefit or whatever, right? I can see how, well, if you're okay with that, why wouldn't you be okay with this? But I just don't really see that's for much of you at all, if any of you. So, poet, expressing soul insights in symbolic language. That is so freaking cool. All right, Pisces. Pisces poet. See, and I can also see how just this poet archetype can work very well with the light side of this pioneer archetype as well. It's like you can make these new connections between thoughts and feelings and words and ideas, and you know what I mean? Like you can make sense of things that some people can't make sense of. Ooh, check it out. You have the Empress. Look at you busting out the Emperor and the Empress. Man, you are taking charge here. You are taking charge, and you're doing it in a very loving way. I feel like there's a lot of you that are on the right track, and it's kind of looking good. You know what I mean? It's looking good. So here we have Father Wind. So we have a little bit of double Gemini energy here, kind of pushing through. I feel like this is a little bit rough and tumble. You know, like, I feel like it's like wrangling cats or something. I don't know why that's coming up, but I feel like there's a little bit of struggle here with the Father Wind showing up. I really don't think it's your struggle though, Pisces. I think this is like other people's struggles, because you've got this Empress energy right here, and this with the eagle on top. I mean, like you can see things that other people can't see. You can express things in a way that other people can't express. It's like you here, it's like this depiction of people struggling. Perhaps they're a little bit too grounded or too logical with their reasonings, you know? Or maybe they're only using logic. I feel like these are the people that you, like the Empress, you can help. So, furthest, okay, what archetype here is the furthest away from you? What? The Eternal Child. All right, so, and just for the most part, Pisces, the archetype furthest away has almost always been the shadow of that, so keep that in mind. All right, light attributes: determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. I don't really think that applies at all, considering what we've already gone over here. So it's the shadow, the inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. This is where you're growing up. You're growing up, you're doing things, you're taking charge, right? This, like, the eternal child shadow has left the building, Pisces. You know what I mean? It's like, boom, gone. Not gone, but you know what I mean. It's the furthest away from you. It's not like diving into that is not going to be the most helpful right now for you. And we're just going to get a couple cards as to why. So you have Father Fire. Two of Fire. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so with the Two of Fire, it says convergence, but I actually was thinking divergence. That's weird. So here we have this, okay, so the shadow attributes: inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. This right here, this Father Fire, this is the others, right? The others for physical security. If you were to depend on others, like this Father Fire, to always do all your work for you, do all the dirty work, do all the action, take you to all the places, give you all the ideas, you know, that kind of thing, then it's like split, like, I don't know, it's almost like this weird splitting happens here. Things don't come together. They start breaking apart. It's like you start feeling like less and less of like your own whole real person. The more dependent you become. And again, here, look, like the shadow attributes of the vampire here, which is something that you could be actively working on becoming less dependent. Because the shadow aspect here, one of them is about codependency, and you are taking charge of that. So you don't need that. All right, Pisces. So this is your message, and I'll see you later. Bye, Pisces.